everybody. Welcome to Saint Misbehavin', the podcast about saints from people who are not. I'm your host, Matthew Shadorn, and I am joined, as always, by my co-host without the most, Anna Domini. Anna, how are you doing today?
Wow, hurt is how I'm doing.
I don't know why.
I mean, I guess, I'm a hoarder at heart, so really I would say I'm a co-host with the most. I don't know if you have more stuff in your house because you, just by virtue of having a toddler, or if I have more stuff in my house just from being a hoarder.
I have a lot of books in my house.
Oh, are you saying your recent survey of my house was found wanting in terms of my level of culture and literacy?
Yes, I thought Anna was an intellectual, but what is this? One single stack of books in the corner of her office? No.
Yeah, that's
yes.
me. Well, it's because my bookshelf is behind the door to my office, so you can't actually see.
Oh, that's right.
There's a ton of other books.
Right. Because I keep them hidden, because otherwise people will be jealous how smart I am.
I didn't want to intimidate you.
I would never be intimidated by you, Anna. Anna, how are you doing today?
Humble. I'm very humble.
Are you doing all right today, Anna?
I'm doing okay. I've just started a virtual physio program for my long COVID. So apparently after 12 weeks, I'm going to feel better having done this.
Well,
but,
check back in 6 episodes, folks.
Yeah, it's just week 1 now, so still feeling pretty crummy.
No,
but
sorry.
Yeah, like I'd say, if in my general condition, my maximum is probably like 6 out of 10, and I'm at about 4 today, so it's pretty good.
Right. Well, yeah, that's what I've come to expect from you for the last few months.
I'm always just winging it, to be fair.
But have you done anything saintly or experienced anything miraculous lately?
I think I did something quite stupid today, which could probably be interpreted. If you were writing my hagiography, this would be an example of like how pious I am.
Oh, you'll be like that Joseph of Cupertino, where your whole biography is like, look at this fucking dummy.
Yep.
So wait, so what was the dumb thing you did?
The saint-like thing I did. So today is a rest day because I did my physio session yesterday. So the physio says today is about rest. But I was like, it's sunny. It hasn't been sunny for ages. I want to be out in the sun, but I want to rest. So I decided to go and read under a tree. And I went and sat, and basically, although it was very sunny and warm in the sun, it was just super windy, like really chilly wind, and I basically sat in the wind too long while trying to gauge, like, can I cope with this? It's probably fine. So it's like, we've definitely had stories of like girl saints going and like spend ages in the wood praying and being really cold.
Yeah.
So I think that was my saintly thing, is that I guess I'm practicing the deprivation of being a bit chilly, and yeah, I think next time I'll go out with more layers, maybe a blanket.
Yeah. So I don't know why people go outside.
Hey, what's the deal with people going outside? It's crazy.
I don't know, like, Alice worked from home today and was like, she came downstairs at one point, and Tavish and I were in the living room just hanging out. And I think I was actually looking at election results. And she was like, why don't you go outside? By the time I get off work, it'll be dark, and I can't take him to the park. So you should take him to the park. You should go outside. And I was like, man, have you been outside? It sucks
horrible
out there. It's cold, and it's windy, and it's usually really wet. It's just like, even if it's not raining.
Yeah.
I was like, no, it sucks out there.
That's what I'm finding is like, because the park that I'm near, I think it's like a floodplain, so it gets very, very wet, and like it'll rain 2 weeks ago and then not be warm enough to sort of dry out, so it's just kind of constantly muddy from now until about April, which is annoying. But I do feel like it's like good for you to be outside. That's why I try and go get some fresh air.
I mean, I went outside, like we went out, we ran some errands this morning, and I biked downtown and met somebody for lunch.
Oh, that sounds very active.
Yeah, so I was doing stuff outside, but I wasn't just like gonna linger outside like an idiot. Like, I'm not just gonna wander around just like somehow experiencing the out of doors is enriching for me. It's like, I know, I guess like fresh air is good and I guess sunshine's good, but it wasn't even that sunny out.
Well, obviously you've got your extensive library, so you don't ever need to see the daylight because you're just enriching yourself.
And I live the life of the mind, and I don't need to sully myself with like earthly concerns, dirt.
Fair enough. That's quite saintly in itself as well.
Yes.
Like a heretic. Not a heretic, what am I saying? A hermit. For me, it's kind of about vitamin D, because apparently getting vitamin D can help with COVID-y stuff. So I'm like taking supplements, but then also going out in the sun when the sun is there.
Yeah.
Just trying to make the most of it.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
Thanks. How about you? Have you done anything saintly or had anything miraculous happen to you since we last spoke?
Something semi-miraculous happened
Ooh,
yesterday.
It's exciting.
which is that there was an election in the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't horrible.
As awful as everyone thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it wasn't the red wave that, like, everybody was like, well, this is it for the Democrats. They might as well just pack up their trunk and head on home.
That's it for democracy and women.
So, yeah, it's like democracy, you had a good run. Women, not such a great run, but we thought we were on the upswing with women, and it turns out not so much. Sorry, ladies. Maybe next species.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it turns out that not everybody was super into voting for lunatics. Don't get me wrong, a fair number of people were totally into the idea of, like, voting for madmen and women. And, you know, there was some of that. But, like, yeah, right now, there's been a bunch of governor's races that Democrats won. Some that they look like they're going to win. A bunch of Senate races. And fewer House races were lost than were expected. So,
good.
So, you know, a bit of a good day for democracy. And that
Silver
felt like a real
lining.
miracle.
The real miracle is it's not as shit as you thought.
Yeah, that was the thing. It's like, well, that's the world we live in now. It's like when something's not as shitty, you know, it's like I have an ice cream cone, and instead of that entire cone being filled with shit, it's like it's mostly chocolate this time. I mean, there's still some
There's
shit
still
in
a
there,
bit
and
of shit.
I can still taste the shit, but I can taste the
God.
chocolate too.
Oh,
So,
God. So your
you know?
experience is more nuanced, I guess.
Yeah, it's a little bit like, you know, each lick is like, they're like, oh, that's, oh, chocolate. Oh, man. Oh, chocolate. You know, it's like a real
What
roller coaster.
A beautiful image. I imagine if we're looking at a graph of people listening, there's going to be a sharp drop off right now.
Yeah. Well, thanks for everybody who stuck with us. You know, if you stuck with us, please leave a nice review or tell a friend. Anyways, Anna, today is November 13th.
Yeah.
Who is today's saint?
Well, today we are looking forward to the 17th of November, which is Saint Hilda's Day.
Oh, Saint Hilda.
Hilda
Wait.
or Hild of Whitby.
Wait, isn't that college you went to?
I didn't go there, but
Isn't there a college here named
there
Saint
is
Hilda's?
Yes, there is. I didn't
Okay.
go there.
Which one did you? What's he say? I got better grades. I didn't go to some shit college called Saint Hilda's.
I went to Worcester College.
Worcester College.
Yeah.
The Sauce College.
Yeah, exactly. All the
Yeah,
saucy
good.
people went there.
Oh, all the sauciest people
Yeah.
at Worcester College. So what's Saint Hilda? What's
Yeah.
her deal?
She founded a college. No,
Did she really? Oh, wow. Just like Jesus founded Jesus College, and
yeah.
Oriole
yeah.
College was founded by a bird.
What kind of bird is an oriole? Is that a real thing? I didn't know that.
An
that's
oriole?
What it is. Yeah.
I think it's spelled differently, but there's a bird called an oriole.
Okay. Fair enough. Anyway,
It's what they call a pun in the business, Anna.
thanks for explaining.
Hey, no problem.
I'm new to this humor thing, so that's really handy to know.
Bit of jaunty wordplay.
Excellent. Good job. So, well, I'll just get into it. So we're in the 7th century. So approximately 614 to 680.
680.
So-
She did it right for herself. 66.
Oh yes, spoilers. Yeah.
It's all right. But it's not a spoiler that somebody died who was born in
Well-
614.
Yep. No, but it's a spoiler that she wasn't 20,
Yeah.
as they so often are.
Yeah.
Now if there's going to be an episode of Mild Peril, there's going to be no tension because she's
It's-
just going to get through it.
That's not what great storytelling's about. It's like,
Oh.
you still watch Star Wars, and you're just like,
Do I?
no, I'm just saying, one watches Star Wars and is like, oh my gosh, are they going to blow up this whole Death Star thing? And then when they do, it's just like, wow. But but then you're still like, wow. It's the
Okay.
tension. It's great storytelling, Anna. So just, I have faith in your storytelling ability.
Well, thank
Yep.
you. That's very sweet. So, as it was a fairly long time ago, most of what we know about Hild comes from the Venerable Bede, his ecclesiastical history of the English people.
Ooh, VB.
Yeah, I think we've probably come across him before because
Yeah, we've
he
talked
wrote
about that guy
about a
before.
lot of saints. So, according to Bede, Hild was part of the Deiran royal family. Now, Deira was like a kingdom before sort of England was created. There was
Okay.
in fact it was even before like Mercia and Northumbria and the other one.
So these are some real primitive people.
Yeah, well it was post Rome, but
Right.
basically Deira was kind of straddling where Northumbria and East Anglia kind of are now, I think.
Okay.
We're gonna be it's
You
gonna
know what?
involve a fair amount of ancient geography.
You know what's
this
fun
week.
about this is you're like, they're where, Northumbria and where was like, I don't know where those places are. I have not committed any British geography to memory, except for like how to get home, and that's
Fair
about
enough. Well, it's also funny because like Northumbria and East Anglia are sort of names for places that we still use now, but were like kind of fairly ancient kingdoms themselves, and it's like that classic thing of like British things that sound made up kind of thing.
Right.
Anyway, how's the storytelling going? Are you impressed so far, setting the scene?
My faith is wavering, so...
Wow, already. Okay. Well, I'll keep going. So Hild was part of the Dairen royal family. Her father was Hereric, who was the nephew of Edwin, king of Deira.
Okay.
But Hild was born in exile.
So Rick was a...
Hereric.
Yeah, Hereric was the nephew of the king.
Yeah.
And so he was like a prince,
Hilda
or
was his daughter.
So how does that put her in the? So she's kind of like tangentially in the royal family.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's kings are often pretty randy, right? So there's loads of people in the royal family.
I guess that's fair.
And like,
I mean, it's not fair, but it's like what kings do, right?
So well, if you think about it, if your grandfather is the brother of the king, that's a pretty big deal, I'd say.
Your grandfather is the brother of the king.
Yeah, because her dad is the nephew of the king.
Right. Doesn't feel like a big deal.
You're gonna meet someone. You're gonna.
If somebody came up to you and was like, "Hey, my grandpa's brother wants the king of a kingdom that no longer exists."
Well, yeah, but at the time it did exist.
I think if somebody came up to me and said, "My grandpa used to be the king," or like if what's that kid? William was the little kid.
Right. Yeah. So if you met like Archie.
Yeah. I met Archie, and he was like, my grandpa's the king, and I'd be like, "What? Fuck you! You're a little kid," and then I'd push him down into a mud puddle. Like. Wow. It's all made up, kid.
I didn't realize he was such a fan of the Daily Mail.
Wait, which one's Archie?
Harry's son.
Oh, well, that guy's all right. I'd be like, I loved your mom in Suits. You should brag about the fact that your mom was in Suits, because that's a real achievement. 6 seasons, she's killed it. Every episode. So good.
If Archie has children, then they will have the same relation to the king when William is king, if William ever becomes king, as Hilda has to the King Edwin.
So she's vaguely royal.
So what I'm saying is she's not. Yeah, this is not a rags to riches to rags again kind of tale. Mm-hmm. You know how all our saints are either like, as we established last time, fancy or dirt poor. Right. She's definitely on the fancy end.
But we've also established that at this time period, you either had stuff or you had nothing.
That's true. So she had stuff.
She had stuff. So she's a stuff-having saint. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Rather than a dirtbag saint. Yeah.
as opposed to a no stuff saint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the official distinction.
Yeah.
Henceforth. So Hild was actually born in exile. I couldn't find out why.
Okay.
I did look around, but all the sources just said her dad was exiled, or her family were exiled.
You don't need to know. It's too horrible.
Yeah, that's probably fair. Bede probably left out those details.
Yeah.
Well, Edwin was usurped by a guy called Ethelfred.
It's funny because we had an Ethelred before, and we had an Ethelbold.
Yeah.
And then an Ethel. This is Ethelfred.
Ethelfred, yeah.
Yeah.
If you like these names, you would enjoy The Last Kingdom on Netflix. They're all called things like this.
Ethel this and Ethel that.
Yeah.
When did Ethel become a lady's name?
I don't know. That's a good question. If you know, write in and tell us.
Nah, that's all right. You don't need to write it. All right, so...
Well, I was going to say...
No, you're forcing it.
Fine. Well, you can't say I didn't try. So it's likely that Hilda's parents fled to East Anglia and were in exile in the court of King Redwald. So there were loads of kings because England wasn't like a united kingdom. It was like several kingdoms. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait. So when you say he was exiled, he was just like exiled to a different part of England?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
But it was a different kingdom at the time.
It was a different kingdom, I guess. Yeah. But I don't know. Like, you've been to England. It's pretty much the same everywhere.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I'm not really...
Look, just because our country isn't actually like 50 countries in a trench coat Doesn't mean you're better than me, okay?
Actually, hey, it's my country's like 50 raccoons in a trench coat. Thank you very much.
That is more accurate, yeah.
All right, so he was born in exile, and then she was born in exile.
No. So they were exiled.
Oh, so she was born in exile while he was exiled. Right?
Herrick and his wife. Mrs. Herrick.
Yeah, I think you mean Herrick.
Yeah, very good. So Herrick and his wife,
Herrick, etc.
They took up residence at the court of King Keretic.
Oh, come on. What the fuck? I love this period in history. Before the 17th century, people just hadn't figured out names.
Yeah.
They were just like, we just have this bit, which seems like a good name bit, but like I guess if we just would have different people, we'll just add nonsense letters and syllables to the beginning or end.
Well, Keretic is sometimes known as Ceredig or Gwalog. So
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna be like, he's also known as Etheldig or Ethelric.
But then I came out with Gwalog. That was
Gwalog's pretty good.
Twist. So Elmet was a kingdom that's roughly where West Yorkshire is now.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so they settled there, I guess.
I've been there.
Well done.
West Yorkshire. Can I tell you what? It's a lot like everywhere else I've been in England.
Well, at the time, it was a totally different kingdom.
Right.
So Bede writes that while Hilda's mother, again nameless, was pregnant, she had a dream in which she'd lost her husband.
What, like in the supermarket, or?
Well, it's yeah, like she didn't know where he was because she went looking for him, and while looking for him, she lifted her clothes and found a precious jewel whose beams shone throughout England.
I'm sorry. Wait. She lifted her clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And found a precious jewel where?
I think you know where.
Okay.
I think that's where.
Okay. All right.
So it was like a beacon, as all cis women's genitalia is. It was a sacred, holy place where there was a jewel that shone, that beamed throughout England.
Okay. So she looked down and she was magically bejazzled. Mm-hmm. And are we sure it wasn't just a pearl and not a gem that she was looking at? It's
precious jewel.
A precious jewel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Didn't find her husband down there, but
no.
Did find a jewel.
As usual.
Did you see that tweet today from that televangelist that was like, America spends too much time on the internet and not enough time on your knees? And everyone was like, you know where it went.
All right.
Anyway, the puzzling dream's meaning became clear when Herrick was poisoned by Ethelfred's spies at court. Shortly after, so...
If you're not safe at court, then where are you safe?
I mean, court is famously pretty dangerous, lots of backstabbing going on.
All right.
So, yeah, shortly afterwards, Hild's great-uncle Edwin created the Kingdom of Northumbria and took its throne, and Hild was brought up at the royal court. So, I guess her dad died while her mum was pregnant.
Okay.
But we only know the name of her dad and not her mum, because even though he was dead, he was more important, of course.
Because she wasn't part of a royal family, presumably, possibly. I don't know. Who knows?
I guess only married in, yeah.
Lost to history, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she just hung out at Rubric?
Herrick.
Not Herrick. So she just hung out at the Heterick. So she's hung out at Heterick's for a while, and then Keterick's. So she hung out at Keterick's for a while, and then was like,
and then Edwin created Northumbria.
She's like, okay, well, I'm going to go back there now, raise my kid in the court.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, not kid, great niece.
Mm-hmm. Right. All right.
So, Christianity reached Northumbria when Edwin married the Christian princess Ethelberg of Kent.
Sure. Yeah. This does not just checks out. Yep. That's just like, what do we got? We start with Ethel, and then you just whatever you want to do is your business.
See,
as long as it starts with Ethel.
But it's actually Ethel, but with an A. So it's Aethel.
Oh, so it's like ethanol.
Yeah, I guess so.
She's pure gasoline.
So Edwin had been pagan, but the marriage contract stipulated that Ethelberg would be able to continue her Christian practice, and she was accompanied to Northumbria by a Roman monk, Paulinus of York.
Mm-hmm. Wait, if he's a Roman monk, why is he from York?
Well, I guess that's where he made his reputation.
I feel like the Yorkshire people would be like, you're not from York. I feel like, yeah, I can't do a York.
Do you like gravy with your chips? No.
No.
Not one of us.
You're not from York, no. Anyways, I can't do a Yorkshire accent, so.
I
What's
didn't
the Yorkshire
even know
accent?
You were attempting to.
I wasn't even gonna.
I will not be doing that.
Do you like gravy with your chips? I don't even know what that is.
That was more like a very camp Scottish person. Do you like gravy with your chips?
That's what I was trying to do.
Right.
You like gravy with your chips? Do you like gravy with your chips?
It sounds like an Irish person who's had a stroke.
Do you like gravy with your chips?
What's going on?
You actually
said that is a better... I don't know where that's from, but that's a better British accent than when you do your Cockney one.
I'm trying to do the guy from Ghosts who's from Yorkshire.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think of how that guy talks.
Right, well...
Pat, the guy with the arrow in his neck, is from Yorkshire.
If he was high on a lot of cocaine, I think he'd sound like that. But yes, well identified. So, yeah, Paulinus had been sent to England by Pope Gregory as part of the mission to the English.
The mission assassination.
No.
Conversion.
Yeah, conversion.
Sorry.
Missionary position. So, Ethelberg and Paulinus influenced Edwin, and he was baptized along with the entire court in 627.
It's funny how they influenced the one guy and somehow the entire court became baptized.
We've had this before, haven't we, where like monks are going around converting people and they convert the top dogs and then there's like a trickle down effect.
Yeah, well...
Because control and religion trickle down, but wealth does not.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I read a crazy fact in a book I'm reading about the history
I make fun of how many books you have and suddenly every anecdote has something about reading a book. I get it, Anna. I know you can read. I know that you do read. I'm just saying that I have a lot of books, so I just pack around a lot more books than you. That's all I'm saying.
I thought you'd be interested to hear this information, but I'm not.
I'm interested to hear it, but I just want you to know you shouldn't feel insecure about the amount of information that you have. You're very smart. I think you're very smart.
I'm not very well read, but I'm reading a book at the moment. It's called Scoff, which is a history of food and class in Britain. And it's quite clever because scoff both means, laugh at someone in a kind of snobby way and eat. So pretty clever. Yeah, like scoff your face, scoff your food.
Scoff your chips with gravy. I can't do it, damn it. Anyway.
But yeah, so in this book, I read a crazy fact, which was that during rationing, the poorer people in society actually were better nourished than they had been before, because rationing was actually a sort of means of redistributing the nutrition.
Oh.
And yeah, before when the rich could just take what they wanted, it was a lot worse. But you hear about rationing. It's like the boomers are all like, we survived this, we could get through Brexit or whatever. And actually, it's like it's kind of ironic that actually for the people that were not in positions of power,
right,
this period of apparent deprivation was actually
it's
much
like, oh,
healthier.
this is actually pretty nice. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's the same thing with like social housing, where it's like the ways that people's lives were like vastly improved by having access to cheap, affordable housing that was like is like ridiculous, and people were just like, social housing is a blight. It's like, not if you live in it, it's nice. It's like fucking like I have indoor plumbing, like hooray. It's funny that you don't hear as much from people being like, oh, actually rationing was great, because once rationing stopped, they starved to death. So
I guess so. I guess all the rationing fans are no longer with us.
That's the thing where people are like, oh, as you get older, you become more conservative. And it's like, no, it's what it is that
if you're rich,
people,
you're more likely to get older.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, so you were already conservative because you were rich, and now you're just older because you can fucking afford it.
Well, maybe that's why even if I hadn't told you the dates, you would know that Hilda didn't die until she was 64, because that would be a good age at the time, because obviously she was rich. So it all makes sense. I'm bringing it back. So.
Anyways.
Yes. So that was our bit on class struggle. Let's get back to the topic.
We're mandated to do our little bit on class struggle, otherwise we lose our leftist credentials. We don't get that check from George Soros every month.
Oh, God. Edwin was baptized along with the entire court in 627. So that would have included Hilda when she was 13.
Okay. She was just like, yeah, whatever, I guess. I don't know.
Pretty much.
What's everybody else doing? All right, fuck it. Please don't poison me like you did my dad.
As long as it's just a communion wafer and wine, that's fine.
Yeah.
6 years later, in 633, Edwin was killed in a battle with the pagan king of Mercia, which was another kingdom,
Right.
a bit further south. So the now widowed Queen Ethelberg returned to her home in Kent with Hilda and Paulinus in tow.
Oh, okay.
So she founded a convent there and became its abbess. And it's assumed that
Ethel did.
Ethelberg, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's assumed that Hilda remained with the Queen Abbess, which
Okay.
I like the idea of, like, she's a queen and she's got a side hustle as an abbess.
I love how, she's like, I'm an abbess, but I'm still fucking queen. All right. So let's just not forget about I'm front loading queen and then abbess. All right. Just so everybody knows where they fucking stand.
Look, I'll wear my habit, but I have to have my crown on top of it so everyone knows, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
I will serve the Lord as long as someone is serving me.
Like, hey, I am as humble and as pious as any other nun in this convent, but I'm also the goddamn fucking queen, so you do what I say.
Pretty much. Around that time, Hilda's elder sister, Heroswith,
Yep.
married...
Oh, great. Here it is. I'm sitting down, so just now you can say it.
Good, because you're going to be shocked by this one. So Heroswith married a guy called Ethelric.
But it has the Ethel and the Rick.
Yeah.
It's the perfect name.
So there you go. If you're thinking of having another child, Matthew, I would recommend Heroswith or Ethelric.
Ethelric. No, man, Ethelric, because it's here's what we've learned. Names begin with Ethel or they end with Rick. And this name's got it
Both.
all. It's...
So Ethelric was the brother of King Anna of East Anglia. Did not know Anna was a man's name. Upset.
We've run into King Anna before, I think.
Have we?
I think...
Yeah, it was Julian of Norwich, I think
it was
this time.
Gladys, St. Gladys or something? I forget. But we ran into St. Anna before because we were like, well, wait, when did Anna become a girl's name? Girls are ruining all the cool names.
Wow, this one in particular.
They're girl cooties. Used to be manly names like Anna and Ethel. Now they're just fucking just ladies, It's fucking like there's nothing left for men anymore. All right? That's what I'm saying. Sorry, all my misogynistic rant.
The social justice warriors have stolen it all.
Yeah. All these like fucking SJWs stealing all the men's names, giving them to like whatever college poetry lesbians or whatever. I don't know.
Welcome to the College Poetry Lesbian podcast.
Welcome back to what do we call it? Ain't misogynation.
Yeah, very good. I was about to say ain't misgendering, but that's something else.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find out where we bumped into Anna before, but never mind.
Doesn't matter. But I think
it's like a crossover episode. How exciting! So King Anna of East Anglia, who had become renowned for his Christian values.
Have you seen how Christian this guy is? He's so fucking Christian. I know, right? Like he's just like always with like a crucifix and like praying and stuff.
Can't take 3 steps without genuflecting.
It's fucking so renowned. Like just like he's really just up in the Christian game. You see that guy? He's like the Michael Jordan of 7th century English Christianity. He's just like fucking changing the game. He's renowned for it.
Totally. When Ethelric died, Heroswith became a nun at Chelles Abbey in Gaul, which is France.
Right.
So Bede's story of Hilda resumes at the point where Hilda was considering joining her widowed sister at Chelles Abbey. So as an adult, Hilda had lived as a noblewoman until she decided she wanted to become a nun.
I've had enough of this. Life as a courtier.
Oh no, maybe she saw, the Queen Abbess and thought, maybe I could be a princess abbess. Getting
no room for that. There's just one Queen Abbess around here.
Well, I guess go to a different abbey.
Oh, that's the key. She's like, I'm gonna start over in a new abbey. It's like that dream we all had in high school, which is like, if I could just go to a new high school somewhere, start over.
So all my problems.
Maybe I'll call myself Max. Would that make me cool?
Totally. Max Shadorn. Maybe you could give yourself like a normal surname, and then you would have been more popular.
Well, that's hurtful.
But if you were going to change one thing, I would...
You know what I would have said? Personality.
You always say, well, yeah, fair. But you always say how unusual Shadorn is.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I thought Domini was pretty unusual, but there's at least one other Anna Domini in the world.
In Oxford, isn't there? There's another Anna
There's
Domini
an
in
Anne,
Oxford.
There's an Anne Domini in Oxford, but
Right.
she spells it wrong. But there's an Anna Domini, and occasionally I get added by her colleagues on LinkedIn
Oh,
because
nice.
she's like the head of buying at Sainsbury's or something, which I also buy at Sainsbury's, but that's not my job.
Yeah, like, I don't brag about it.
Yeah, don't put that on my LinkedIn.
Yeah,
but
buyer
so
at Sainsbury's.
occasionally
Yeah, what the fuck? That's you can just go there and buy shit. Like whatever. Like that's a job.
You don't need a degree for that. Yeah, no. So occasionally I get added by colleagues high up in businesses because they think I am Anna Domini, head of buying at Sainsbury's.
Did you ever like think about like sending them an email being like, "Hey, my paycheck hasn't come through. Do you have my bank account info? Here it is."
No, I have not ever considered doing fraud. Sorry to disappoint.
Is it fraud if she also has your name?
Well, I mean, I'm no lawyer, but I imagine so.
Anyways.
Anyway, talking of, people efficient in their careers, Hild was planning to join Herreswith in France. However, in 649, she was called by Bishop Aidan of Lindisfarne to return to Northumbria and become a nun there.
Hello, is this Hilda? Hello? Aiden here. I need you to go to Yorkshire and become a nun there. Thank you.
And for some reason, I am an American 1950s television announcer.
That's just how people used to talk on the phone in the 50s.
Yeah,
Hello, is this Klondike 245?
very nice.
So she was gonna go to France.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Someone was like, come to Yorkshire instead. That'll be
she was
better.
like, "Oh, thank you. What a great
Such a good
offer.
vacation. So
Thank you.
delighted.
That's exactly, yeah. I mean, France can't compare with Yorkshire, huh?"
So initially, she was a convent on the north bank of the River Wear.
Mm-hmm.
No one knows exactly where.
Nobody knows exactly where.
Very nice.
Wait, they don't know where the river is, or they don't know where the convent is.
They're where the convent is.
Okay,
the
but
river
they
is
still know
still there.
They know where the river is. Okay, I wasn't
Yeah.
sure. I don't know. You're like, that river is gone now.
Well, I think it's still there. I've heard of the Weir before. Like,
because the people from there are called We're aliens.
no, that's people from the Wirral.
Oh well, never mind then.
No, the people from near the Weir are just weary.
Hey.
Like I am increasingly with your bullshit, Matthew.
Yeah,
So let's
fair.
move on. Hild learned of the traditions of Celtic monasticism from Aidan, who had travelled to Northumbria from Iona, which I believe is an island in Scotland. A
Okay.
year later, Aidan appointed Hild as the second abbess of Hartlepool Abbey, which I don't know if that still exists.
Hartlepool.
Hartlepool definitely still exists.
When you say she's the second abbess,
Mm-hmm.
was it's like she's like there was one abbess and now she's replaced her, or she's like the second in command?
Ah,
As the
well,
second
it's
abbess.
interesting you should ask, because, in fact, it was a double monastery with both men and
Woohoo!
women.
Double monastery.
Which means you have two of everything. Two
Wow.
abbesses.
Two abbesses,
Yeah.
2 churches, 2 altars, 2 nuns. There's only 2 nuns. It's cool. We're just like, we're doing a thing over here. It's like they're like the villain Two-Face. All right.
Good nun, bad nun.
Yeah.
So I think it was just like, it was recently founded and she was the second one who was
Okay.
abbess of it.
Okay.
But it was a double monastery, which meant that it had both men and women living in separate quarters.
So we do know what the double monastery is now. Cool.
Yes. So yeah, because it came up in a previous episode and we had no idea, but now we know.
Fries
It's one with the 2 genders, monk and nun.
Yeah, right.
As we
That's
know,
it. The 2.
the 2 the 3 genders, monk, nun, abbess, right?
Yeah. Problem with that is that the little signs on the on the bathrooms,
Because the
like
stick man's wearing a habit in both, so yeah. Very
yeah, the stick
confusing.
man wearing a habit and the stick man wearing a robe look really similar. So
Yeah.
it's hard to tell which one is.
Maybe that's why monks started getting that haircut, just to change the shape of their head a bit in the toilet picture.
You think that? Yeah, they kept getting mistaken for nuns.
It's possible.
Maybe if I put a big old bald spot on the top of my head. What does that happen?
So typically, double houses such as this were overseen by an abbess, which is cool, putting the ladies in charge, even when there are men around.
Just the one place. In Catholicism and in the church, we've got a spot for ladies to be in charge. Cool.
There we go. So in 657, Hild founded a new abbey in Whitby, which at the time was known as Strenascouch.
Why'd they ever change the name?
Yeah, I mean, it's quite a well-known tourist spot now, Whitby. Imagine if it was still just going on a little weekend trip to Strenascouch.
Strenascouch. Where is that? Like Norway? Like what? Did you say screen?
Strenascouch. Or maybe Strain Sculch. I don't know.
Strain Sculch. Are you having a stroke? Is that what's happening here?
I'm fairly sure this is not a normal sounding word.
I don't blame this on you at all. I think this is they were just, I think that is, as a town meeting, they were like, look, I think Tom had a great idea.
You mean Tom Rick?
Tom or Rick. Sorry. Wait, you mean Ethel Tom or Tom or Rick? Oh, Ethel Tom. Ethel Tom had a great idea, and he said, rather than having a name that causes people to choke on their own tongue, what if we call ourselves Whitby?
That's probably how it went down, yeah.
I think we get a lot more tourists that way.
And it worked. It had a great reputation as a place of learning, and the monks she ruled over included 2 future saints, Bishop St. John of Beverley and Bishop St. Wilfrid of York. So quite a prestigious abbey.
Yeah, he was the patron saint of Beverly Hills. That's cool. Pretty fancy saint.
Yeah.
So she was pretty good at her job if she got 2 saints out of the deal, right?
Yeah,
and that's
2 saints and 3 further bishops as well.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So both John of Beverley and Wilfrid of York were bishops and saints, and then there were 3 other bishops who I guess weren't as saintly.
So she got her pawns all the way to the other side. She got some extra bishops.
Indeed. Bede describes Hilda as a woman of great energy who was a skilled teacher and administrator. Which I like the shout out for administrator, because I like that was a real job even back then, because that's my job.
It's harder than people think.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been removed from several administrator positions. It's hard. I like that he says she's a woman of great energy, which is it's a nice way of saying she was a lot. She was a little bit. She was always, it was too much.
Yeah, I think people describe me as energetic, enthusiastic.
She's the kind of person that you call her on the phone and she answers, she's like, Happy Monday. And you're like, no.
That was actually, they had a live, laugh, love sign above the door of the abbey.
Yeah, no, it's that's not, it's you got to take it down a notch.
Her favorite film was Eat, Pray, Love. She found that really inspiring. As a landowner, she had many in her employ to care for sheep and cattle, farming and woodcutting. So It was sounds like a very bustling abbey.
Right. This explains why she lived to 66, because everybody else was doing the drudgery.
All the grunt work, yeah.
That's the thing, right? I was listening to something about a 14th century famine in Europe. And it was talking about how the people, when they exhumed their bodies and whatnot, they were all just racked with all these arthritis and just terrible backs and just the peasant class, because they were just constantly toiling and doing horrible manual labor all the time, and there wasn't really plows and shit. All these there's no, it was no mechanical farming, so it was they were doing everything by hand, and they were just
So wait, are you saying
totally
when
destroys
boomers
your
are
body.
The good old days before mobile phones and technology ruined everything, they're actually full of shit?
Everybody was living in the moment, but that moment
was agony.
was painful and smelled bad. And probably looked awful too.
That's what happens when you live in the moment. Just unhealthy. Self-care.
Keep looking at your phones, folks.
Yeah. Just sit properly while you do it and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Or don't sit, because sitting's apparently as bad as smoking cigarettes. So,
What about get one of those posture chairs?
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's good. Get a yoga ball. Sit on that. It's good for your posture.
Hild gained such a reputation for wisdom that kings and princes would seek her advice. I'm going to say that again because I did a little burp in the middle of the sentence.
Okay.
She gained such a reputation for wisdom that kings and princes sought her advice.
Okay. It's like, what is the best way to oppress the people? Well, I have some thoughts on this.
Well, here's what the Bible says. However, as well as these prestigious contacts, she also had a concern for ordinary folk.
Oh, that's nice of her.
Such as Caedmon.
Who?
Caedmon was a herder at the monastery who was described as a layman with no interest in art or music. He would...
Sounds like more like a lame man, huh? Instead of a lame man.
According to Bede, Caedmon would leave the dinner table as soon as he saw a harpist approaching after a feast. Like,
you know what?
No, this is bullshit. I'm getting out of here.
Is that a harpist? Oh, fuck this. No, I'm leaving. No, goodbye. No, I'm not coming back. No, if that harpist is... I'm not coming back if that harpist is still here. No.
It's not so much it's not over till the fat lady sings as it's not over till you bring a harp in.
It's when the party's over, when somebody brings out their harp. Have you ever been at a party and somebody brings out an acoustic guitar and you're like, this fucking sucks? To be fair, that would
kill the vibe, yeah.
Yeah, wait until you're at a party and somebody brings out a harp and it's just like, hey.
Are you saying Caedmon wasn't actually uncultured? He just really didn't have time for fucking hipsters ruining the dinner parties.
He was like,
with their jam sessions.
No, all he's going to do is he's going to play Wonderwall on that harp and I won't listen to it again. No. No, I'm not coming back.
I love the idea of Wonderwall on a harp.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Very good.
Blink, blink. Blink, 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 blink. Blink, blink, blink. Anyways.
Wow, your impression of a harp is almost as good as your impression of a cockney.
Folks, if you have a good recording of somebody playing Wonderwall on a harp, please email it to us at saintmissbehavinpod@gmail.com.
There is no G in behaving, but there is in Gmail.
Yes.
Oh, good. That was a much better segue than my one earlier.
Yeah, see. You can't force it. Anyways, so send those to us. We love them. Love to hear them.
So Caedmon, not interested in art or music.
Fair.
According to Bede, Caedmon had a poetic awakening as a result of a dream.
You know what's funny is poetic awakening is what they used to call coming out of the closet. So what was this dream then?
In the dream, a man appeared to him and asked him to sing about creation. Caedmon replied he was not able to do so, but then began to sing songs of praise for God which had never been heard before. He was
very good.
Well, no, he was suddenly able to listen to a passage from scripture and turn it into verse, and he became the first English religious poet.
Oh.
Hild declared this transformation.
It'd be like, drop a beat, and then...
Drop a bead.
But, the guy's like, you gotta sing about creation. It's like, can I just tell you about creation? It seems like an easier way to convey this. It's like, no, I need some Schoolhouse Rock shit. I need you to sing about it. Otherwise, that's not going to sink in.
To be fair, that's true. If you, turn your revision notes into a song, way easier to remember them.
Are they?
Yeah. For example, I know the first 20 elements because of the Tom Lehrer Elements song.
Well, that's something.
I mean, maybe I know that because I'm autistic. Who knows?
Who can say?
So Hild declared this to be the result of divine inspiration.
Okay.
So Caedmon was suddenly able to listen to a passage from scripture and turn it into verse.
Okay.
So, yeah, it was like he was another prestigious alumni of Hilda's Abbey, basically.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, what does that have to do with Hilda? Just like some guy that Hilda knew.
Well, she declared that him becoming artsy was because of divine inspiration. Everyone else was like, what the hell's going on? I don't know. No one interpreted his dream until Hilda, I guess.
So she's like, what, Caedmon's into music and shit? That's a fucking miracle. Fuck, that guy was so goddamn dull.
That is exactly how the conversation
you're going to sit? Yeah. You're not going to storm out again next time somebody brings their harp in like an asshole? Like you just wanted to play our harp? It's like, hey, Ethel Tom worked really hard on that cover of Mr. Brightside on the harp, and you could hang out and listen to it. You don't have to storm off like a dick. You could just sit here and listen, even if you don't enjoy it. He's your friend too.
Plink, 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 plink. In 664, I'm about to read a word that I feel I have to just check. King Oswiu of Northumberland.
Oswiu?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oswiu.
I wonder if this... Look in the chat. That's how it's spelled.
Oswi. Yeah, you're right. That's nothing.
I mean, it's clearly a made-up name because there's no Ethel or...
Yeah, I mean,
Berg
Rick, yeah.
Or Rick, yeah. Anyway.
Now, maybe if his name was Ethel Oswy or Oswy Rick or something, like, then, of course.
Then it would make
those are
sense,
names.
yeah.
But that's like a fucking, who knows what that's going on.
In 664, King Oswiu of Northumberland held the first Synod of Whitby in order to decide how the date of Easter should be calculated. At this time, the church in England was divided, with some observing Celtic customs and other following Roman practices.
What do either of these have to do with Easter?
I'll bring it back. A key
Okay.
difference was the way in which the date of Easter was determined. I'm not exactly sure what the difference was, but they had different interpretations for when Easter was held, because obviously the timing of Easter kind of coincides with, I guess, with Passover, actually. I don't know why it became like a co-opting of a pagan thing.
Honestly, I've never understood how Easter is calculated, and I don't think I ever will.
You should have been at this synod.
It's 40 days after Ash Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
But Ash Wednesday is decided because it's like
So, yeah.
the first Wednesday in
This is
February
what this conference was all about. So
okay.
it had become particularly inconvenient for Oswiu because he became Christian under the influence of Irish monks and followed the Celtic tradition, while his wife, Queen Eanfled from Kent, worshipped in the Roman tradition.
Oh,
One
man.
year,
That must have been awkward at
it
home.
really ruins a marriage because
I know.
one year the king celebrated Easter Sunday while his wife was observing Palm Sunday and a strict Lenten fast.
That's
This was when he decided enough was enough.
Like, you sure you don't want to eat any of these chocolate eggs, honey? Oh, they're so good. Not going to be any left next Sunday, I'm telling you. Oh, it's still Lent for you over there?
I want a divorce. So that was the backstory of this synod. Marital stress. I
Right.
guess.
Like, this is the great thing about being a king is, like, I have a minor disagreement with my
How am
wife.
I going to solve this problem? I know. I'll declare a law. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I refuse to compromise with the woman that I spend my days and nights with. I'm going to get a fucking council together to, like, put this shit in writing.
You know,
this is, like, I think we all wish we could do this in arguments with our partner. You're like, I am never compromising.
get the whole kingdom involved in your argument.
Yeah.
So yeah, something had to be done about this for the sake of his marriage, I guess.
Right.
So Oswiu chose Hilda's monastery as the venue. I mean, if it's going to be the Synod of Whitby Abbey seems like a pretty logical place for it to be.
Whitby Double Abbey.
Yes, exactly. As like abbess of the abbey, Hilda attended the synod along with churchmen from across England. So I guess, feminist pioneer there.
Right. She's just like, this is a fine assortment of white men from across all of England.
There were like maybe 100 old white men and one lady. So it was like your classic comedy club lineup, really.
Right. Yeah.
If you want to see that, just get tickets for the Glee.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's not that they don't want to have women. It's just that there aren't any women that are good enough, right?
there aren't any holy enough women.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. They wish they had more holy women to like that they could go to, but they just can't.
That's why we need quotas in church. Anyway, so Hild supported the Celtic side at the synod.
Uh-oh.
So, she had, I mean, maybe I should have pronounced that Celtic, and she brought her scarf along.
Yeah.
Just like, boo, Romans.
Yeah, she's a bad feminist because she's not supporting the wife there, the other lady.
Oh, yeah, good point. But the council decided to observe the Roman rule and adopt the Roman method of calculating the days of Easter. So that's interesting because that means the king lost the argument.
Oh, interesting. Well, that really backfired on him.
Yeah. So they adopted the Roman method of calculating the date of Easter. Hild and her communities agreed, but the monks of Lindisfarne refused and withdrew to Iona.
Uh-oh. Where's Iona?
It's an island in Scotland, I believe.
Oh, okay. So they're like, listen, this minor disagreement here, I'm just going to fuck off to Scotland.
Yeah.
Like, this is...
Well, I think...
people really taking this stuff very seriously. But like, the king got on, and like, he was the king, and he is the guy who called the thing, and he didn't get what he wanted, and so he lumped it. But these guys are like, fuck you. Fuck all of you. He's like, hey, I'm leaving. No, I'm going. I'm going to Scotland. You can't stop me. No, I don't care. Don't bring that harp either. Use that fucking harp right here. No, I'm going. No,
Good
you can't.
callback.
Anyway.
Well done. It's all been worth it. That was pretty much most of the events of her life.
Oh.
So in the last 7 years of her life, Hild suffered from a long illness. During this time, she set up another monastery at Hackness because, a good way of overcoming stuff is keeping busy. That's,
you just keep busy, It's like, but she had a lot of energy,
Yeah, that's true. She was energetic.
It's like if she was like building monasteries, she always wasn't bugging people to do like after work drinks and like weekend bike rides and stuff. And it's just like, come on, you're just like, we're coworkers. It's fine.
Come on, everyone loves a bit of Wonderwall on the harp. Surely.
No.
Come on down. She was given the Eucharist for the sick, known as the Viaticum, before she died at the age of 66. According to legend, 13 miles away from Whitby, all the bells at the monastery of Hackness tolled at the moment of her death.
Because it was exactly 6 p.m.
A miracle, maybe?
A miracle of timing? I don't know. Wait, so like they're saying like magically the bowls tolled. The bells
because
tolled.
A nun called Begu, residing at Hackness.
I'm sorry, is this a Star Wars character?
Yeah, I don't know where her name's from, but Begu, who was living at Hackness, claimed to have seen Hild's soul being carried to heaven by angels. And another nun at Whitby reported the very same vision.
Did the angels get lost? They're like, all right, we're in heaven now.
No, we're in Yorkshire.
This is Yorkshire again. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yes. I'm getting confused. They're both so similar.
Yeah.
Like, wait,
those lovely
heaven?
chips with gravy.
Yeah. Welcome to heaven, where all the chips have gravy. That would be so disappointing if you lived your entire life in Yorkshire and then you died and went to heaven and you're like, oh, it's just more Yorkshire, huh? Wow. Really should have taken that trip to France just to see something different.
Hild regrets.
Ugh.
So yeah, that was her life.
Any miracles?
I don't know why this wasn't in the life story. Maybe it was a legend that grew up afterwards. But she was said to have rid Whitby of a plague of snakes when the abbey was being founded. by turning them into stone.
Oh, not just she didn't get some live traps and just release them in the woods. That'd been a nice thing.
Or just repel them. Didn't St. Patrick wasn't he meant to drive them out, whereas she turned them into stone?
Yeah, it says drive them out. I guess just into. I always imagined it was just into the sea. Are there a bunch of stone snakes there in Whitby then?
Good question.
Because it seems like there would be concrete, no pun intended, evidence of this.
Well, so I think this is where the legend comes from, because ammonite fossils are common in Whitby and they kind of resemble coiled snakes. So I guess that's why the legend grew up of her turning the snakes into stone. During the Victorian era, people often carved heads into ammonite fossils in order to sell them as petrified snake stones. So it was like, get your Hilda snakes here.
Ammonites are little
fossils.
They're like shells. They're like mollusks. Yeah. Okay.
Do they look a bit like coiled snakes?
Victorians are dumb. Again, in our ongoing series of Victorians, they dumb, right?
Yeah.
This is like the fake dinosaurs in Crystal Palace Park. Have you seen these?
No.
So when they built the original Crystal Palace, which has long since burned down in the Victorian era, they built all these stone dinosaurs. Or what they thought. This is what they thought dinosaurs look like.
Right.
They're actually none of them are right. And one of the best bits of I don't know if you call it historical trolling, is if you go, they've restored these because, they've been there for over 100 years now and they're kind of an interesting feature. But they put all these signs up this is an iguanodon and this is what Victorians thought an iguanodon looked like. And then this is what it says on the sign, and here's a picture of what one actually looked like. You're not a fucking moron. And it's really funny because all the dinosaurs they built were these big hulking monsters. And they're no, actually they were kind of lithe creatures that could move and stuff. This would have collapsed under its own weight. No. Anyways.
The ammonite genus Hildoceros is named after Hild.
Oh.
This supposed miracle. So yeah, that's it, other than the bells ringing in terms of miracles.
So she got the bells ringing. She stoned some snakes.
Yeah.
No, she got some snakes stoned.
Yeah. Providing the snakes with the hash.
Yeah.
She also has some relics.
So what are her relics?
In 867, so about 200 years later, the monastery at Whitby was destroyed in a raid by the Danes, the Vikings, I guess. So Hilda's relics were rescued, and some of them were reported Sorry. I don't know where they were while they were rescued. Like, they were in transit for a bit, and then some of them were reportedly translated to Glastonbury Abbey under King Edmund I in the 10th century.
I love that they were like, there was a raid on the abbey.
Yeah,
and they were like
Vikings come, killing all the monks, ransacking everything.
Save
Quick,
the
grab the bones!
Quick, before they get our precious bones! As many of you possible, make a human shield and absorb those sword blows and those arrows so that we can save these bones.
It's really contravenes modern fire regulations. It's like, when you hear a fire alarm, leave the building immediately. Do not go back for valuables or whatever. Just leave it. It's like, no, the building's on fire, but we got to go get those bones.
Don't take the elevator. Leave all bones behind. This is like modern, like fire.
Yeah, that's where it came from.
Check the doorknobs.
People panic grabbing bones.
So many people die that way. It's sad.
You think you can just reach them and then you get trapped in the smoke. It's terrible. So some of the relics were reportedly translated to Glastonbury Abbey in the 10th century. Others were kept at St. Peter's Monastery in Gloucester and at a monastery in Durham. So all over the shop, really.
They're all over. So that's the thing, is like, you're like, look, we need to protect these bones. So we need to split them up so nobody gets all the bones.
They're much harder to... I mean, what would the Vikings have wanted with them anyway?
Nothing. No one ever wants the bones. I don't know why they're always... like rescuing bones. This is like a common thing that comes up. Like, it's like, are these bones made of gold? Then the Vikings probably don't give a shit.
Indeed. There is said to be a wraith of Saint Hilda who appears in the ruins of Whitby Abbey, wrapped in a shroud. Ooh. And the bells of the abbey can be heard ringing under the water where they sank when a ship was taking them to London after the abbey was dismantled.
Ooh.
So
creepy. Wait, now
Whitby Abbey, the ruins are still fairly intact. You can go and see them. It's quite impressive. I've been there, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Now, what is the difference between a wraith and a ghost? And also a specter and also an apparition?
I do not know. That's just what it says.
And I appreciate that. And I'm like, hey, I'm glad that we're mixing it up. But I feel like I was like, am I supposed to know that this is a specific type of ghost? Because also, like, I don't know, like,
maybe it's a Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's part of the Trinity.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, my thing is like, well, if you're a saint, if you're a good person, shouldn't you be up in heaven and not like a restless spirit? Unless a wraith is a kind of like ghost who comes down from heaven sometimes. And
maybe it's like half and half.
Half and half. I don't know.
Yeah.
I always feel like a wraith implies, maybe because it sounds like wrath, it implies like an angry ghost.
Right. Yeah, I don't, and also in Lord of the Rings, like the ring wraiths are pretty.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Scary.
See, wraith seems like a scarier type of ghost. Anyways.
Well, I mean,
as if that's possible.
Haunting and the bells and stuff seems pretty spooky.
The bells underwater is the creepiest fucking thing. If you were like somewhere and you just heard mysterious bells coming from under the water, I think I'd fucking kill myself right there.
Oh my god. What, to become a wraith yourself?
Or I don't know, I'd just never stop running. I'd like run and I would just keep running. I would abandon my family.
Wow.
I would just keep moving and I would move to the most landlocked place I could possibly find.
I need to find some way of turning this into an elaborate prank then. Some way of making you hear bells underwater.
You know where I would move? I would move to a former nuclear testing site in the Nevada desert.
Wow.
Because I feel like there's no ghosts where they've set off nuclear bombs.
Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Apart from she had a couple of patronages. Can you guess what they are?
Should I guess them now? Yeah. Oh. Is she the patron saint of exiled dads?
Who would be her followers?
I don't know, just people whose dads are just like, not around, Like my dad.
Oh, I see.
Mom said dad was exiled to Cyprus.
I thought your parents are together.
That's what I'm just saying. Like, it's an example.
This is not an excuse for you being so sad.
There's people like, oh, whatever happened to your dad? Like, Mom said he was exiled, right? Went out for a pack of cigarettes and was exiled forever. I don't know, whatever. Like, exiled dads. I don't know. Maybe it happens.
Sure.
Is she the patron saint of Ethels and or Ricks?
No, because that was just, that wasn't special to her. That was the whole place. Was just
that was just everybody. Might as well just be the patron saint of people at the time.
Yeah, which I'm sure there is one, but she wasn't it.
I think there's just the patron saint of people. What a fucking generic.
Well,
I don't know.
There's a patron saint of like linen workers and.
Yeah, but there's like specificity to that. It's like being the patron saint of people is like being the patron saint of things and stuff.
But hang on, Francis of Assisi was patron saint of animals.
That's like the limit of vagueness that I'll allow.
Okay, good to know.
Otherwise, the Pope is gonna get it. He's gonna hear it from me. Bunch of balderdash. Is she the patron saint of not going to France?
Oh, sad. Ruined dreams of traveling.
Yeah, like choosing not to go to, like being pressured basically not to go to France. Or is she alternately the patron saint of being pressured to stay in Yorkshire?
She would have a lot of followers there.
Oh yeah, that one. Not so much exile dads, but people stuck in Yorkshire. Oh,
a lot of people relate to that.
Yeah, that's a very common thing. Is she the patron saint of stone snakes? Just snakes that got a little bit too high and just forget how to slither. They're just like laying there, like.
Or they're like really paranoid. Guys, I think my skin's falling off.
Oh my God, where is that rattling coming from? Where is that rattling coming from? Oh man, it's freaking me out.
What? How would a snake get high? Would it like accidentally eat a mouse who'd been smoking? So it's
yeah. So right. So what you do is you get a mouse really high first, and you do that by teaching a bird to carry.
Surely what you do is you lace the cheese with cannabis.
No, you'd think that. What you have to do is you have to train a bird to carry a marijuana cigarette over to a mouse and just drop it ever so gently in front of them. And then you have to also train a hermit crab to light a lighter and come over and light the joint, and then he'll smoke. It's a very particular way to get them. And then once the mouse is high, you feed it to the snake.
Right, and that's why high snakes are a real delicacy, because the artisan procedures involved.
The nature
is very
of it.
Specific. Yeah,
it's surprisingly common, but and it's fun. It's fun. You just like once you get the snake high, it's just a fun thing to watch because you're just like that snake doesn't look at that snake. He's so fucking high. He doesn't even know what's going on.
No, surprisingly not.
All right, what are her patronages? Wait, is it fossils? Is she the patron saint of fossils?
That would be cool, wouldn't it? I don't know if Catholicism has many patrons of like anything related to evolution. they're not huge fans.
You mean those things the devil put in the ground to trick us? No. Is she the patron saint of protection from fossils?
Against fossils.
Against fossils. So what are her patronages then?
So she's a patron of learning, because I guess she was like a teacher and an administrator at the Abbey.
Okay.
And also culture. So I know you said you don't like vague earlier. But
culture,
because she stewarded Caedmon and let people play their harps at dinner, I guess.
A harp at dinner? You call this culture? I'm out of here. No. Every week this is the same thing. I come here for dinner. No, I'm not coming. No. It's you play this fucking harp at dinner. I just want to have a nice quiet dinner and have a conversation with my friends. I'm not going to sit here and fucking talk to people.
Look, I only invited you because I wanted you to hear my harp recital. For God's sake. You're not a very supportive friend.
Anyways, here smells like Teen Spirit on the harp. Bling, 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 bling.
Very good. So, because of her stewardship of Caedmon, she is a patron of culture, including poetry.
But yeah, I mean,
so
if you're gonna be as vague, why don't you just
culture includes poetry?
Well, yeah, culture includes like
that's quite a statement.
If culture doesn't include poetry, then what the fuck is included in culture?
Maths.
Fucking Philistines. What, you think math is included in culture?
No, I'm joking.
Okay, thank you.
I was trying to think of things, but
culture,
it doesn't matter.
Opera, and harp music and shit.
Yeah. So those are her like main kind of holy patronages, but of course she is also a patron of Saint Hilda's College. It's named after her.
Right.
It was established in Oxford in 1893 for female students, remaining single-sex for more than 100 years before turning co-ed when it was deemed that the percentage of women studying at Oxford had risen to near 50%. The symbol of the college is an ammonite because of the stone snake.
Oh, that's fun. That's a fun symbol. Most of the symbols for these Oxford colleges are pretty shitty. They're like, it's a deer, or it's 3 deers, or a cross or something.
Whereas, having something, again, fossils related to evolution, that's a pretty bold statement.
I feel like I trust a college that has a fossil on there. Like, I feel like they're
also because it's a women's college, they tend to have fewer, like, awful colonialist alumni.
Nah, I wouldn't sell them short. I'm sure there's a lot of awful. I mean just like if
Worcester's most famous alumnus is Rupert Murdoch. So yeah.
I once had a temp job where I was boxing up all the old cards that said you'd graduate or whatever, some record of what your degree was and who you were.
Certificate? I got a certificate. Well, I wouldn't say it was a card. It was like A4.
No, this was like in the records department at the.
Oh, I see.
They were like digitizing them. Part of my job was to like catalog, like take them out of these big file cabinets and put them in envelopes and then catalog what each one was. So you go through there and sometimes you find like very famous alumni. But I just randomly came across Aung San Suu Kyi's and I was like, that's probably someone that they don't send the alumni magazine to anymore.
You'd be surprised. A lot of donations come from very bad people who are laundering their reputations. So if anything, if you do some war crimes, you're probably first on the list. Like, hey, want to be beloved again? What about giving us £5 million to found a peace institution?
Right. That's how it's done.
A business school or a school of government.
Just as random examples that we're just picking out of thin air. Like, I don't know. Who knows where those things came from?
Yeah, exactly.
Or like, say you addicted a nation to opioids and you want to just put your name on a library. Anyways.
Who's that?
There's like the Sackler.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's bad in two ways because I think it's like the Sackler Oriental Library and I'm just like, what the fuck? What?
Yeah.
Anyways. Anna, do you think you would ever have Saint Hilda intercede for you?
Well, as a creative, I would love for someone to declare anything I said as divinely inspired.
Mm-hmm.
So,
or
yeah,
culture,
I mean,
for that matter.
Yeah. Well, because you've deemed me uncultured, so
Wow.
because of my lack of books, my lack of book learning.
I want you to know I also think you have a lack of street knowledge as well. So
I'm just not a very useful person to know.
Yeah.
You know, when the zombie apocalypse comes, I'll have nothing to offer.
you can just be like, oh, the zombies are here. I guess I'll just lay down here.
just gonna put my head straight in one of their mouths.
Yeah, I'm just gonna just let nature take its course. It's for the best.
Indeed. And yeah, also, I guess in a way, you know, my dad's in exile because he lives in Taunton, which is, you know, may as well be in a different kingdom.
For real. I don't know where that is. Again, I have no concept of British geography. So
Well, it's the West Country, so.
So what, Ireland?
No, the West Country, you know.
Country west of us, Ireland?
Never mind. I think if I was in charge of anything like an abbey, I would probably behave like a princess as well.
Right. You'd be like,
So
I want to be the Queen Abbess.
Yeah. So I think we have that in common. And I'd say, you know, I'm friends with a lot of bitter people. Naming no names, Matthew.
Bitter people who hate harps?
So like her relationship with Caedmon, you know, I think having a tolerance for people who are crotchety and hard to love
Jeez.
in endearingly horrible way is something that we have in common.
That's very nice of you to say, I think. I think that often I have to go to Yorkshire for reasons that I don't fully understand, but have become...
Why am I going here?
It's become like a routine part of my life. Like, I think I have to go in December. So, like, as somebody who's often stuck in Yorkshire, you know, I'd be like, St. Hilda,
Yeah.
tell me what to do.
Yeah, not get me out of here, more like, how do I cope with this?
How do I cope with this, right? It's like, because getting out's not an option. Because even after she died, she's apparently still haunting the place.
Still, yeah, despite the fact her bones are sprinkled around everywhere.
And so, theoretically, she's in heaven. So, I don't know. She's got some unfinished business. I guess it's making sure that everybody loves harp recitals.
No, her unfinished business is she needs to sell more fossils.
I need to get some more snakes high. Yeah, the times I spend in Yorkshire, sometimes fun in the company of family and friends, but at the same time, it's always in Yorkshire. So I'm like,
wow,
great. I don't know. Whatever. I'm sure people
I
like it.
I like how we started off like upsetting people in countries, and now you're really zoning in on like areas.
Yeah. I'm taking it down to this. I feel like I've made my feelings known about Britain and England in particular. I don't know. It's not for me. Not everything has to be for me. It's just not my cup of tea, as you English people say.
Yorkshire tea is really good tea, to be fair. Although I don't think it's from Yorkshire, to be.
And that it's probably from India.
Yeah. So speaking of colonialism.
Yeah, I mean, like, where you're like, oh, yes, British. What's more British than tea grown across the world? Anyways, Anna, thank you so much for telling me this tale of this Yorkshire princess. She'll always be the Queen Abbess of our hearts.
Very good. You're very welcome.
Great storytelling, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I was hoping you'd say that.
No, I think that once you got the story going, like once you started,
we did take quite a lot of tangents and little side quests.
But fine storytelling, Anna. So great work.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay. More next time. Have a blessed day.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Bye.